So we will just start out by finding out a little bit more about you. So tell us who you are and where you're from.
Sure. My name's Melody Swindle. I've been in the Dalton area for about 5 years now. I came from Tampa, Florida. I used to do a lot of the art circuit shows and things in Florida. And we came up here because I love the mountains, and my parents moved up here. So I was very lucky to find out about the Creative Arts Guild and have been participating ever since then. So
That's great.
It's a wonderful organization.
Yes, and you've been to festival before, and we're all very familiar with your work, so we're excited to have you back.
Good.
Tell us about the medium that you use and kind of what drew you to this process.
Sure. The medium I use is definitely mixed media. I prefer to use mainly recycled elements in my artwork, simply because I'm a big proponent of the environment and making sure that we treat it as best we can. And plus, I'm a little sentimental. I love old, rusty, dusty, vintage items too, and I'd like to find a purpose for them so that the next generation can see them as well. And that's kind of what I did with this art piece. The bottom part is part of an old skate from 1912, believe it or not. This is an old cobbler shoe, and then of course the faucet that you would see on a outdoor faucet. These are souvenirs that used to be made in Mexico, monks. So an old air gauge, and this, believe it or not, is part of an old Jello mold. So, and then of course the old clock winder for grandfather clock, that's right here. But I just really love to use things in such a way that it catches people's eyes and make them think twice about what exactly is it made of, and it brings a smile to their face, because I like art to be accessible to everybody and for everybody to be able to understand it. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So in these past few months that have been a little bit weird for everybody, how has being an artist in the time of COVID affected you? Has it helped your creative process? Has it hindered it? What does that look like for you?
Well, it's kind of a combination of both. At first it was kind of a hindrance because one of the ways I gather a lot of my supplies are going to estate sales, yard sales, flea markets, antique stores, that type of thing. And of course I didn't have access to that anymore. I did have some backstock, and it just forced me to be a little bit more creative with what I had in stock and look at it in a different way, because sometimes we get in the habit of just doing the same things with the same items over and over. So it was actually kind of good for me to look outside my usual box and figure out a different way to use it. So.
That's great. Awesome. Well, we are happy that you're here with us again this year and looking forward to seeing more of your work. So thank you.
Thank you.